Yo everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far. So guys, today's video we're going to be doing something here on the channel that I haven't done ever, but I've been wanting to do for a very long time. Now, if you didn't know, we just recently hit 100,000 subscribers, which is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Sometimes I think to myself, what did I do to deserve this? In a good way. You guys probably know this about me by now, but I love reading your comments. I love the community that has revolved around this channel. I'm very active with you guys, and it's because I love you guys, and I just want to say thank you. But this episode is going to be the very first episode of a 100,000 subscriber special, and there is something else coming around the corner that I've been working on very hard, and I cannot wait for you guys to see something special that you've never seen in the Brawl Stars community yet. Now, another thing that you should keep in mind about this video is that I'm going to be doing it in one take, something that I've been wanting to do and trying to work on. So people that I look up to that can do this is like Clash with Ash, where he can just go on and make a video very good without cutting. And it's something that I'm very bad at, but I want this video to be very genuine from the heart. It's not has a bunch of cuts in it, stuff like that. If I stumble, I'm gonna stumble. But the title of this video is going to be my favorite things in the month of April. So either my favorite content creators based on something that's unique about them, or me feeling like they deserve a bigger fan base than they do already. Also, I feel like when we have a fan base at the size that we have here, it feels really good to be able to have the opportunity to be able to help someone out in a big way, to make someone's day. I remember when I was smaller, and if I got a shout out from someone like Ben, it absolutely made my week seeing numbers start growing. So if I can do that for someone else, heck yeah. And guess what? This is my very first edit. I had to clip it in. So I already failed my thing, but let's keep it going. Basically, if you enjoy what you see here on the channel, I'm sure you'll enjoy what they're doing as well. Now, I'm going to be having gameplay in the background and things like that, so you aren't left without that, but we'll be going in between each content creator that I feel like deserves a little bit more love. So if you guys enjoyed this type of video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I would love to do it again, or if you feel like someone else deserves like a genuine shout out that has been putting in so much work into YouTube, or has something that they want to accomplish, maybe like an Instagram or something like that, make sure to let me know, and I'll check them out. Maybe we'll keep this going. But yeah, we're gonna try to keep this in one cut, because guys, I'm going to the Brewer game with Ben today, and I cannot freaking wait. It's gonna be an absolute blast. First time I've had like somewhat of a vacation in a really long time. So, the very first content creator that we're going to be going over in today's video is one that I absolutely adore, and I wish you guys would go and check out, because I think he deserves much more than he has now. So the very first one's name is Alex Brawl Stars. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, if you were paying attention to the ESL closely or anything like that, you'll know your boy Ray took 3rd place, baby. It was such a fun experience going to Germany and hanging out with all the pro players that we haven't seen in the community. But Alex's team took 2nd place. And if I had to say something about the trip, Alex and his team were the group of people that I hung out with the most. You have Alex, Porto, Shadow Jutsu, and Spen. They're all super cool guys, pro players in the community, doing things basically under the radar to help out the Brawl Stars community in such a big way. I'm sure you guys have seen them in game or things along those lines. But getting back to Alex, Alex has been making content for Brawl Stars for the longest time, and I adore his work ethic. He makes a video every single day, and he was telling me in Germany that he never really misses a date. So I think that's super commendable, and he only has 1,700 subscribers. I think he deserves so many more. His content is stellar, and if you like consistent uploads, I would for sure check him out. The next creator that I would love to shout out and get a little bit more love in the community is a little bit of a newer one. His name is Peach. He's been making content every single day as well, and I adore his type of content. It's something like sort of like my content, where it's just like face cam, talking to you guys, having fun in game, but it's a little bit different. I really like his personality. He's super vocal over on Twitter, and like I said before, he's relatively new, and I think he would love a little bit of a bump, and I think you would really enjoy his content. All the content creators that we're covering in today's video are people that I have been watching pretty dang regularly as of recently, but Peach, would highly recommend go checking him out. I think he deserves way more. It's so funny how YouTube works sometimes. Some content, and I think about this about myself a lot as well, but some content creators, they put in so much work, they upload every single day with really interesting concepts and things like that, and they don't get any recognition. And then you look at, for example, content creators like me. I do stuff like that as well. I have fun with YouTube, but somehow I was able to develop an audience. Of course, I feel like I've put in a lot of work into it and things along those lines, but I'm sure other people are also doing the same exact hard work and stuff like that deserve so much more, which is a reason why I'm making this video today. But Peach, highly recommend you go check him out as well. All the content creators are going to be linked in the description down below in order of me talking about them. So really enjoy his content. He's been doing a great job on YouTube ever since he started. Next, transitioning into the pro player side of things, people that I really look up to as pros in the community. There's something that you guys should know about pro players is yes, if they have a YouTube channel, they have that on top of pushing in game and constantly developing themselves as a competitive pro player. Something about pro players is if you kind of fall off or you lose your edge, if you don't play for a while, it kind of takes away how good you are, maybe getting signed to a team. So I'm sure that's something that's always on their mind as well. So whenever I see like a pro player really pursuing YouTube or content creation, it's always super heartwarming and commendable in my eyes. So the very first one is Bobby. I'm sure you guys have heard of Bobby by now. If not, what the heck are you doing? He's an unbelievable pro player in the community. He's really good. He's landed at first place several times in past seasons. I've seen him reach 1,000 trophies with brawlers who aren't good when they're first released, such as Carl. I'm not sure if he got Gene to 1,000, but crazy stuff like that, that's like, oh my goodness. And I feel like pro players content has this allure to it, because just if it's gameplay alone, you can learn so much, because they're this person that has an incredible amount of skill and I would say like strategy as well as experience in a game that we're playing right now. So people such as, I remember when I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would always look up to people like Surgical Goblin, where someone who's super successful in the pro scene, but is also doing a really great job on the YouTube end of things. Now, I've had plenty of conversations with Bobby. He's been on my channel a few times. He's a very humble guy. I can tell he is super passionate about YouTube. He wants to pursue it very hard. Like, you could tell it's something that he really loves to do. So I'd highly recommend, if you haven't subscribed to Bobby or you haven't checked out his content, try it out. He's a really cool guy, and he makes really cool videos. The next pro player that you guys should know of by now as well is OG Brawl Stars. Man, he's the guy that has the world record for the most trophies ever received in a single season. He's insanely good at the game, as well as puts in a lot of time into Brawl Stars alone. Another thing about pro players is that they invest so much of their life into one specific game, so you can tell that they're very passionate about the community or about Brawl Stars in general. So that alone deserves some support on our end, you know what I mean? So OG makes really cool videos as well. Some gameplay videos. He has a series that he gets brawlers to 1,000 trophies, which is his most successful series, which is super cool. Who doesn't want to watch someone get a brawler to 1,000 trophies? As well as other bits of his content are playing with other pro players in the community and things along those lines, which is pretty dang interesting, seeing if you have been seeing like pro players that in game that keep beating you and stuff like that. They might have been on OG's channel by now, so it's cool to see how good they are in game. And then the final one that I have to give a shout out to is my boy Ark. By far one of my favorite people here on YouTube. I had the pleasure, I don't know what I'm saying, but I freaking love Ark. Ark is a really cool guy. I met him in Finland when I flew out there, as well as Germany when I flew out there. And each time, he is so much fun to be around. I feel like he's kind of like the father figure. He was so dang organized. Your boy Ray was fumbling. I haven't been in a foreign country ever. In Germany, I remember there was, for example, there was a time where we got on the bus to go to the event where we were playing in order to qualify for the ESL, the finals. And we had to have this sheet of paper signed, like a consent form, like, yes, we're going to be going into this. And if we didn't have that form signed out, we could not compete. And your boy Ray took third place. So if I wouldn't have signed out that form, that literally Ark, while we were on the bus, held up in his hand. He's like, okay, if anyone doesn't have their paper, make sure you get it now, because the bus is about to leave. And I was like, what the heck is that? I don't even know what that is. So Ark saved me and my team, because if I couldn't compete, my team couldn't compete. And we made some money off that as well. So Ark, lifesaver, coolest dude ever. I think he deserves way more subscribers. He puts in a lot of work into YouTube, and you can tell he's super passionate about it. I wish he was up a little bit more. He's been here since basically day one along with me. So definitely. So this is going to be a little bit of a shorter video. Like I said before, I kind of gotta do this a little bit quicker because I'm going to be going over the bends for the Brewer game. But I wanted to share the love for hitting 100,000 subscribers. I feel like I've succumbed to this a little bit as well. When you're on this constant grind trying to keep going, you kind of fail to look back at where you've come from. You know what I mean? Like, I remember way back in the day when Brawl Stars was still in beta, and it wasn't even released for Android. And I was constantly looking up to like Coach Corey, Lex, and Kairos. They were like the 3 guys at the top that I was paying attention to. I'm sure there was other people playing Brawl Stars making content, but those are like the 3 that were killing it. You know what I mean? And then Android release came around, and I developed an insane work ethic to try to kind of not associate myself, but to work up to their standard, as basically like people that I would like to be like on YouTube. And after Android release, I found myself to be kind of at their level, which was so dang heartwarming. Basically, it just grew from there. But every single time you hit a new plateau or a new milestone, I feel like I never look back and be like, oh, maybe it would be good to do this if I ever was like worried about numbers and things like that, which I am so bad at. But just to take a look back, it's like, I remember way back in the day when I was hoping to get 1,000 views on each one of my videos, where that was like a milestone that I wanted to get to. So it's like 1,000 views on one video, the next video 1,000 views, and it didn't happen for a really long time, but eventually it did. But I remember when I was able to get to that kind of standard, that 1,000 views in each video, I was so freaking happy. And now if I take a look at where I'm at now, it's a lot different from them. But I felt super happy then. I don't know. It's just like stuff that you got to stay humble about. I feel like I'm an incredibly lucky guy. I don't know. It's just all thanks to you guys. And this is the very first, like I said before, the very first episode of the 100,000 subscriber special. And I wanted to share the love for the first one, and help out my fellow content creators that are trying to do their thing on YouTube. So thank you guys for listening. It means a lot. And thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. Hopefully I did good with one take. I think I cut a few times, maybe 2, which is much less than I normally do. But hopefully you guys did enjoy it. I'd like to keep this going for different months as well. I'm constantly looking at different people in the Brawl Stars community, YouTubers that are on my radar, people to look out for. So I'd like to keep it going, as well as I'd like to keep it or make it a little bit more edited, like showing their content and more reasons as to why I really like their content. But this was just kind of a trial period, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will be posting pictures about the Brewer game with my boy Ben on my socials and stuff like that, keeping up with you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you could, make sure to check them out. Like I said before, they're all linked in the description down below. And I think that is everything that I wanted to cover in today's video. Like I said before, it's much different than what we're used to, but I wanted to do it. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for 100,000 subscribers. You truly mean the world to me. And with that being said, make sure to keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.